and how these are useful in real world. And other aspect will give you a walkthrough of our models, APIs. How do you access our models and APIs? And then we'll show you some of our demo products. Srinidhi will do the live demonstration, and I'll also show you some interesting product which I built just for the workshop, for you guys to understand how can we leverage these APIs and build something meaningful. Maybe you can take out some experiences out of these and apply in your own hackathon problem statement. I'm not exactly sure what is the problem statement here, but yes, will be it will be a hands-on session towards the end, where you'll be accessing our APIs and trying to build something new. Okay. So, quick thing. So, who we are? People who don't know about us. If you see, most of the voice AI models today were built on studio data. Studio data, I mean, data collected in controlled environment with high quality microphones. But real world conversations happen at a different environment, right? So if you see in real world, the conversations happen on telephony, lot of multiple speakers coming up in the background. There is a lot of background noise, but that's where we come in. The gap between the studio and real world is where we work in. So we are frontier voice AI company built for the real world. So we are also recognized among the global leaders during the India Summit. Our Chief Product Officer was along with the global leaders, Sam Altman, Sundar Pichai, Modi, and all others. We are also interested by India mission to build India's first sovereign speech-to-speech model. We'll be talking about this model later in this presentation. But we have been working under this mission to open source, to build an open source India's first sovereign speech-to-speech model for Indian languages. So the data, the model architecture, everything was built from scratch in India. So I'll let the numbers talk for itself. So we have been supported by more than 200 plus enterprise customers across the country. We support 30 million plus agentic interactions on our platforms. So that the downstream impact we created using our agents is more than $10 billion. So we have overall 10 plus years of experience in this domain. That makes us unique, right? Most of the startups, if you see, were very recent coming up into this industry in last 4 or 5 years, but we have been here in the last 10 years, and we know what we are building and what challenges we are solving for. So if you see, like, most of the voice AI, right, and sovereign movement and voice AI is becoming the new wave. You know why it is happening? If you see, the language models that we are using today are mostly built on English, but India has 22 plus scheduled languages and 99 plus non-scheduled languages. So most of the enterprise customers need this is just not a minor issue, but it's a fundamental thing, right? Even when it comes to data, when you work with clients in BFSA, government, manufacturing, data residency is not negotiable. You might be a developer now in your final years, but once you be join some of the enterprise companies, you'll understand that why we need to have such data sovereignty, and that's where our stack helps these companies. Everything that we build is in India and from India. So this is just a brief overview of what we own. We are not just an applied AI company. We are a foundational AI company. We own the entire stack of our products. So be it data, we have our own proprietary data. Be it foundational models, we have ASR models, STT models, ASR or STT models, and TTS models, and LLMs and speech-to-speech models. Currently, we have both ASR and TTS models available as APIs. The LLMs and the speech-to-speech model is in beta stage, and LLMs, we have our own custom-built LLMs for our use cases for our agents. These are not yet open in the market. We also have our own orchestration platform to build real-world agents. So it's just a simple no-code AI studio. You can create your own prompts, you can set up your own guardrails, and but you can also deploy these agents in real world, either on WhatsApp or email or even voice. As I said, there are multiple products across the stack: agents, agent assist, analytics, and biometrics. So coming to the core of what we do, right? So as I said, these are the main elements of what we do. The Prisma is the automatic speech recognition model, or the speech to text model, and we have Timber. There are a few models coming up under Timber series, and the language model are come under Aeon, and Warp. It's a speech to speech model. It's not a cascaded system where you have speech to text LLM and then text to speech. It's a complete full duplex architecture that we are bringing in. So yeah, so coming to the accuracy of these models, right? We have benchmarked these models on publicly available datasets. You might be aware of Vista datasets. Anyone working in this space for sure be aware of this. So we benchmarked our models on Vista datasets and many others. So if you see on Cartbot Noisy, across our competitors like Beat, Level Labs, Azure, Servam, and DeepGram, we beat all of these models by few percentage points in various Indian languages. Currently, we support 14 Indian languages, and on almost of these languages, we beat our competitors. So this is not just a overnight job we did, right? Uh, we have, as I said, we have been in this industry for last 10 years, and we know what are the real world challenges. As I said, the real world conversations happens on telephony lines at 8 kilohertz, but your studio data might be collected in 48 kilohertz, but your models might be trained on such kind of a data. But in real world, people change languages very frequently mid sentence, from Hindi to English, English to Hindi, and other local languages and dialects. There is a saying like, as you move from one corner to other corner of India, uh, the water changes its taste, right? And the same way, the dialects also keep changing for every 30 to 40 kilometers. So but the kind of data we have collected over last 10 years, so the breadth and the diversity of the data that we have, that made it possible to reach to this stage. It's not just that, you build something on whatever is available. No, it's a lot of years of hard work that went into understanding the challenges, solving for each of these challenges, and building uh, most robust models in this space. So there is an interesting architecture also we are coming up, which is Gnani SALM, which is a speech augmented language model. So what happens here is that it's a small multilingual model. So this supports uh, even today we have the support of multilinguality and punctuation, but the, but this SALM will have more enhanced version. So this supports even better code mixing, not only with Hindi and English, but across different languages. So yes, if you have any questions, just drop a text, or you can raise your hand. Maybe I'll just give you an overview.
Yeah, Visruth, we can take question at the end of the session, so it would be better for all.
Sure, sure. Let me know if I'm going too fast. I just
No,
want
no,
to
no, 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 no. The session is going very well. If any guys have any question, they can raise the hand, and at the end of the session, we could take the question from.
great, great. Yeah, so next up we have the Timber V2.0, which is already available on our website. This model was trained on 425k hours of data. So almost 150 to 200k hours of data was sourced from the internet. It's in the wild data set. But we also have around 300k hours of in-house data that we use to train this model. So if you see, most of the architectures that are available today won't allow you to train in the wild data set for TTS, because annotation is something that is very important when you train TTS models. But the choice of architecture, right? We have chosen NVIDIA's MACPy single encoder aggressive TTS. So this enabled us to use in the wild data set even with minimal annotations. So on the LLM side, we have a couple of models, one 30 billion parameter model, and the other thing is 4 billion parameter model. So both are hybrid Mamba based architectures. Why hybrid Mamba? Because this allows us to keep the relevant memory or the context, and at the same time at better at throughput and latency. We have our own tokenizer called Sarvasna V3. Uh, I, I think we can take questions later on what is a tokenizer and all. Basically, when you type in something, right, be it English or any language, it how the LLM process these text is that it all these texts get converted into tokens. You give an image, you give an audio, you give a text, whatever it is, the input, everything gets converted into tokens. So, for example, for a word hello, let's assume that your LLM takes 2 to 3 tokens to convert this hello. Especially for Indian languages, when I type in hello in Telugu or Hindi or some other languages, the number of tokens it takes, the LLM takes is 2 to 3 times than it takes for English. That's why we need our own tokenizer for Indian languages. That's why we built in this Sarvasna V3. So compared to other models, which are basically foreign models, for example, Quen or GPT or even Gemma, compared to all those foreign models, our tokenizer fertility rate is 53% better than those models. It means that if Quen is taking 4 tokens for a word, then we are taking around 2 to 3 tokens for a word. So currently, both our LLMs are not open sourced. We will be releasing. We will be soon releasing one 30 billion parameter model, which won't be commercial. This will be open source and available on all platforms. But I don't think this will happen very soon in this month. I'm not sure how you can leverage this for your hackathon. Can someone just highlight the dates of the hackathon?
For the hackathon, Visruth will be providing STT and TTS APIs primarily.
Yeah. Yeah. Thanks, Amish. From I'm done with all the theory that I want to give you about our models, but now let's go. Let's try accessing our APIs through our platforms. Maybe I'll send you a link in this chat. You can start accessing. You can start creating your own API keys. 1 second. Saba, can you share the link here?
Yep, I'll do that.
Yes. Were you all able to access this link? Our team has shared a. Cool. Maybe you can just go in there, sign up with your email ID, and create an API key. Currently, you'll have 1,000 free credits available on your account. I think there is a campaign email that was sent from our team. If you just respond to that, you'll get another 1,000 credits. Do you have any questions in accessing the API keys, or you want me to just give you a walkthrough on how to create an account and how to create an API key?
Yeah, Karthikeya, you can ask.
Yeah, Karthikeya, please. Yeah.
Hello. Good evening, sir. Sir, I have access to your API key and login in your platform, but when I responded to your email, but I didn't get 1K more credits. I
So
only have.
you'll be getting the credits. That's not a problem. We can do that offline. That's not an issue. Yeah.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Sir, as I can see
Guys,
initially.
anybody have a question?
Okay, can I ask the question, sir?
Yeah, you can.
Oh, sir, as I can see, we are already getting only getting 1K tokens. So, is it okay? We can move forward with that, right?
Yes, you can start with these 1K tokens. You can just respond to an email that we have already sent as a part of this campaign. So if you do respond to that, you'll get 1,000 more credits.
Oh, so we send you the email that we want the credits, and this is for the Build in India AI hackathon, right? Like, how would we
Yes.
send it to
Sabrish,
you?
Yeah,
I'm posting a
yeah.
message for this particular issue. So
okay.
essentially, once you log in, you get 1,000 credits. You must have also gotten an email. If you can respond to that email, we'll allot 1,000 more credits. If not, I'm also putting a particular email address on chat. Once you just send an email to that, we'll add 1,000 more credits to your account.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
So if you have already created your API keys, right, I'll just give you a few commands, right, the curl commands, which you can run on your own terminal and access our ASRs and TTS models. And we also have the Python SDK packages available on the website. You can download those, and all the commands for the Python SDK were even mentioned on the slide. So there are three things, right? When it comes to speech to text, we have the REST endpoint. So if you have an audio clip which is under a minute, it be it a .wave file or MP3, and you just want the transcript back, one post, the curl command on the left, or you can use the SDK on the right. And then you select your own language code, or you can also pass the language parameter as auto. We'll detect the language, and then we'll give you the transcript. So this is how the response would be. So it's the success status, the request ID, and the transcript. There are also language codes like Hindi /in, English /in, and Bengali /in. All the languages that were supported under this API were mentioned here, and also in the documentation you can refer to both the pages. And the second endpoint we have here is the WebSocket streaming based one. So we also support pseudo streaming. For example, in for a live audio use case, a microphone, for example, a microphone in your app or a phone call or a live agent, you open a WebSocket, you pass config in headers, then stream the raw audio frames at real-time cadence. So at our server, we are going to do the voice activity detection and sends you transcript every time you finish speaking. So you'll get the response in less than 200 milliseconds, and the Python SDK handles the pacing for you. So you literally just hand it to a file or a stream. And the third endpoint we have for long audios, for example, for long stuff, an hour call recordings, a bulk transcription job you want to do. You can submit 1 hour audio file at a time, or 10 files, but the entire duration should be less than 1 hour. So once the transcription completes, the status will be flipping to completed, and you get the transcripts with the speaker labels with exact timestamps. So once we send the response, everything will be time aligned. You won't see any issue with the misalignment. That is taken care at our site. So these are three different endpoints for your use cases. It depends on what you are trying to do. For example, for voice analytics or call analytics, you want to do, maybe you'll have some your own conversations, 1 hour or 2 hours conversations, and you just want to get transcript for that. Then you can use our batch APIs. For example, if you are transcribing on real time, for example, I'm in this call talking continuously, then if you want to transcribe this, then you can use our real-time WebSocket endpoint. If it is just a simple audio clips that you're trying to get transcripts, then you can you can choose your our REST endpoint. So coming to our TTS, currently we have Timber 2.0 model, which is already released. In few days, maybe mostly on Monday or Tuesday, we'll be releasing our Timber 2.5 model, which supports all 12 languages, and it even supports 44 voices. It has auto styling, auto emotion support as well. Uh, Today on our current platform, if you want to access the API, our TTS API, we are supporting 4 voices: Pranav, Kaveri, Shubhra, and Deepak. Each voice has its own persona, depending upon your use case. Maybe if you're trying to just build a podcast out of it, then you might prefer someone like Shubhra, who is gentle and expressive, right? If you want emotions and all. But if you want someone like a newsreader, plain emotion, just the text needs to be read out, like you can choose something like someone like Kaveri. Depends on use case, you can choose your own voices. You can also test out, hear out some of the samples on the platform. We have a playground there. You can test it with your own local languages. And again, for we have 3 different use cases even here. So we have streaming support, we have chunk support, and we have full audio generation on one call. So even here the latency is less than 200 milliseconds. I mean, the time to first byte is less than 200 milliseconds. You need not change anything here in the curl request. Just the endpoint needs to be changed to meet each of your requirements, be it real time or streaming or REST endpoint. Again, you need not take any screenshots of this. The documentation is available on the website. I think the link we shared. Maybe you can just access the APIs from there. And we also have I'll also do a demo of our ASR and TTS models. Before we go there, I want to show a podcast that I created just for this workshop. Maybe just a minute. I'll just stop sharing my screen, and then I'll share a different window. Uh, can you all see my screen?
Yeah, screen is visible.
Okay, so this is one problem statement I have, right? I want to be, be updated with the developments happening in the voice AI space. Being working in the frontier voice AI company, I also want to know what are the developments happening across the globe in this space, right? And every Monday at 9 a.m., when I open my Mac, my agent reads all the information about ASR and TTS on the internet. It writes a 10 minutes podcast about what's new. It records it in a Gnani voice and emails me the file. I don't touch anything. This is just everything built on Gnani. For voice AI engineers, right, there are many models coming up on the Hugging Face. How do you know which model you need to keep track on every moment, right? You cannot keep reading all these 100 model releases, 200 papers on archive, all those. It takes a lot of time. So what we are actually doing here is my agent collecting the information from the web sources. The web sources can also be configured if you want from Hugging Face, if you want to read the Twitter, if you want to read LinkedIn, whatever. You configure your own web sources from where you want to collect the information. And then the next step is deduplication, right? Multiple web sources will have similar information. Then you need to do the deduplication and get a unique list, and then use an LLM to rank your own list. There might be 20-30 news articles that your agent is scraping the information. So you rank it with respect to your objectives. What do you want to get from these news? Is it just updates on ASR models, or is it that architectural news that you want, or what is that you're looking at? So based on your objectives, you rank every source that your agent has collected so far. Then then put a threshold. Maybe you want just top 10 news articles or top 20 updates about a specific domain. Then you do using it LLM, and then you generate the script for this entire podcast using the LLM, and then use either our APIs, either of the voices that we have, and create this podcast. And once this podcast is created, you can either create a new UI to keep adding it in the archive, or you can just have one email to you. So to keep tracking on what all updates we have been seeing in this industry, so I just created a UI so that every week I see what's there and what's new. For example, if I just click it here.
Welcome to Voice AI Weekly, your roundup of what is new in speech recognition.
Can you hear the audio?
Yes,
Yeah,
Visruth.
Visruth, we can hear you. Yeah.
Text to speech, and the broader voice AI world. Imagine a world where the gap between a human thought and a machine's spoken response is practically zero, and where every regional
So I wanted to made it less than 0.85 speed, because I just want everyone to be understanding every word clearly, to see how the pronunciation is of our models. So that's why you see that lag between every word. It's intentional. So that's up. You see our LLM ranks all the articles with a certain score out of 50. Then you read whatever is relevant, and then your agent sits in your email every week on Monday. This is just a small use case using our APIs. So Srinidhi, do you want to just demonstrate about ASR and TTS?
Yeah, Visruth, open the website.
So, in the meantime, everyone, so when we talk about voice AI, the overall amount of things what can be achieved, the type of things what you can build on top of that, that is humongous. So, for example, you could use it for transcription, you could use it for analytics, quality monitoring, or you could even use it for creating an agent to create a lot of podcasts. It could be to the overall things what you can achieve is tremendous. So definitely, I hope that all participants give it a try, use the APIs, and instead of just building chat-based platforms, right? Because today chat has become pretty much obsolete. And when we talk about pretty much anyone in India, voice is the most natural form of communication for us. And even by voice, I don't mean just English, the natural mother tongue, right? Because you would want something to understand in English, in Tamil, in Hindi, Marathi, and so on. And our models support it for 12 Indian languages. So definitely looking forward to all the submissions and great opportunities for building in India using Indian models and the next generation of AI folks coming in.
See, adding to what Sabrish said, right? So, the applications are not limited with voice AI. So, for example, even just think about this meeting that we had, right? Everyone keeps recording it. If you want to share this recording to someone who doesn't know English, right? How do you do it? You get the entire transcript of it using our APIs. Maybe use our Vachana API, get the transcript in your own language, whatever language you is of preference. Then yes, there you go, and then you can generate insights out of it. And again, if you want to make a small podcast out of it, yes, use our TTS. This is just a one small use case, right? The applications are limitless when you think of daily problems that you can solve with voice AI.
Yeah. So like Visruth, all the information about the Gnani has been delivered from your side, or is there anything left out?
I think Srinidhi is going to demonstrate our racer and TTS capability.
Okay.
Visruth, can you open the slide?
Sorry,
Can you open the website?
or do you want me to open the website? Okay.
Yeah.
Shall I share my screen?
Yes. Yes. This is where hi guys, this is where we are going to get the APIs, speech to text and text to speech and voice cloning. Here we can here is the API keys we can generate using the scope. We can create up to 3 API keys here and use it for the purpose of speech to text and text to speech. Go to speech to text. It is the playground of Gnani.ai where we have two options. You can speak live and the output gets coming here. This is the one part. And second part is record the audio directly, I mean rest endpoint recording and uploading the audio. You can upload audio up to 60 seconds or 1 minute. You can have 9 languages here. You can choose the languages, and we have another best option in English. That is, if you speak in both English or else and in Hindi, you will get the transcript in Latin. How we chat in mobile? Aap kaise ho? We don't type in Hindi. We type only in English, right? Most voices, I mean, they will speak आज क्या बना दिया, आज weather कैसा है. We will speak in, I mean, we write in English only, but we speak in Hindi. The transcript, if you want, you can use the English, because most Indians, while writing, they will write in English, but while speaking, they will speak in their mother tongue most of the times. This is the main use case you can use for it. You need to use English model, that's it. You will get the transcript. And another one is text to speech, where here customer support, I mean, explored by many scenarios. Currently using Timber v2.4, we have 4 to 5 standard voices, and we should go to voice cloning.
So if you're not satisfied with these voices, right, you can clone your own voice, create your own voice, and use that in the TTS.
Until now, you have heard the Visruth voice, right? Visruth, can you go and test your voice? Yeah. This is the voice. Voice cloning will take time because it needs to generate the embeddings. Visruth, can you shorten the sentence and can you?
You're not able to hear?
Yeah, the audio is not playing, Vishnu.
Audio is not there?
Yes.
Oh, I mean, it was playing at my end somehow.
Can you play the audio?
No, the audio is generated. I think there is some issue with the sharing.
I think
It's
screen
not
sharing probably.
I have to share the entire window.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, you can tell your doubt in the meanwhile.
Yeah. Now let me play it.
Most conversations about technology start with
Should
tools.
have
This one
short-
starts.
you
Yeah.
have to watch.
Now we can hear the audio, right, everyone?
Yeah, it's audible properly.
Most conversations about technology start with tools. This one starts with decisions. Each episode, we break down how products actually get built, what worked, what didn't, and the trade offs people don't talk about.
Yeah, this was the Visruth's voice, cloned voice. You can use it for voice cloning. You can hear your voice in different languages. Visruth, can you show about the multilingual capacity of the voice cloning also? In text to speech. It's not only one languages. You can speak like 10 languages also. Our TTS can at a time speak 10 languages. You don't need to specify the languages like that.
So while accessing the APIs, right, you can just send the language parameter as auto. Then it'll be based on whatever text you have given. It will generate the audio in that script.
Let us move to docs, Visruth.
So as I mentioned during the session, right? So you have all the curl commands and the Python SDK packages available on the documentation page. There are three different endpoints that I mentioned: the REST endpoint, the streaming endpoint, and the batch endpoint. So all those can be accessed from our website. So there are three things: speech to text, text to speech, and voice cloning. You go to speech to text and then access different endpoints for your use case, and then go to text to speech, and again different endpoints, different voices, their description of their persona, and then the curl commands and the request parameters. So all those are available on the
Can you go to the text speech to text REST endpoint? Guys, here we have, as Visruth showed in the presentation, we have three endpoints. Scroll down. One is REST endpoint below 60 seconds. Another one is WebSocket. Another one is large file or bulk jobs, which can be attributed to nearly 1 hour or 60 minutes of audio you can send and get the job. And we have another field is transcribe and verbatim. Even if you say in Hindi, मेरे को 5,000 चाहिए, or else I need 5,000 in English, reading 5 and 1,000, it takes time, like more than 2 to 3 seconds. It takes time for our mind. And getting, can you scroll down and show that ITN thing? Here 5,000 will be written as rupees. I mean rupee symbol and 5,000. We have this ITN. Yes. Inverse text normalization. Can you go to that page? Yeah, 5,000.
Yep. Any questions from the
Here you
audience?
can choose it for verbatim mode or else transcribe mode.
Okay, so Visruth and team, can we start taking the questions because it's been left 20 minutes, so it would be better for all the participants. So guys, it's a great chance for all the participants, the guy who have integrated Gnani AI in their particularly hackathon product, they can just put their particularly query in the chat box. So like me and Aryan would love to take and we'll give to Visruth.
Yeah, I'll take one which was missed earlier. So Sansu asked about is it supportive with the Tamil language and their dialects?
Yes.
In which context you're asking, Sansu? Like if you be specific. Then
it supports all the dialects, North Tamil Nadu and South Tamil Nadu. I mean dialects are quite different. We support both.
Yeah, Shahir, please ask.
Yeah, I was asking that Gnani AI will be was one of the most हम लोग का सबसे important होगा sir. So I was asking that whether there is a transcribe feature available. Actually, I am building a multilingual platform. So currently we have three languages integrated: the English, Hindi, and Bengali. So if the user speak in Bengali, will the transcribe be in the Bengali language or in the English language?
It will be in Bengali, Shahid.
Okay. So is there any feature to tweak that? Okay.
You want the Bengali output or you want the Latin script?
I think a Latin script would be better, because what I'm building is like a reporting platform. So the person will be seeing can preferably like, is there a feature to tweak it, that what will the transcribe text be in?
So I'll take this, Vishrut. Please add on to this. So essentially, Shahir, when you're using our speech-to-text model, there is an option to send the language code in the parameter, API parameter, essentially. So as you can see in our documentation, even if I think Srinidhi briefly spoke about it, even if somebody is speaking in Hindi, for example, the audio file is in Hindi, but if the model parameter, the language parameter is set to English, EN, IN in the API, in that case, you would see it in the English script. So as in AAP, KAISEHO, instead of KSEHO. Instead of the Devanagari script, you will see that in the English script.
Yes, Sabrish. Yeah.
I hope this answers your question, Shahir.
Already,
Essentially, it can be controlled through the language parameter, which can be passed in the API.
Yeah, thanks, Said. So there is a next question from NC. For regional dialect like Kangoli, what is the best way to improve speech to text accuracy? Can we provide custom vocabulary phrases or domain specific words?
which is the best language for Kandi?
Like Kangdi is a Himachali language, a region dialect of Kangra. So it works on Devanagari, like when it is written.
I believe Punjabi would be closest. Is that correct?
No, it doesn't go with Punjabi though. The written script, if we talk about, it goes with Devanagari only.
Our current Hindi model has been trained Maithili, Hindi with Rajasthani Hindi, Gujarati Hindi, and
Bhojpuri.
Himachali Hindi, Bhojpuri. We have trained the model by taking all the languages. Current model supports Kangdi also. I was unaware of this language, but it supports all the languages and various dialects. If we want for custom vocabulary, we are building a separate custom vocabulary and domain specific words on context basing. It will we will further announce it. It will take time. Currently, we are not supporting the custom vocabulary or words.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so there is a query from Brilliant Indies guy. Like he's asking about the competitor. What about the Gnani AI versus Cartesia? Please share a little bit about
I will take this up. Also, a quick thing. I know that we are short on time, but in case if you have more questions, if you're using our APIs in your models, do scan the QR code. Please join the Discord group where you can ask any questions, any kind of support that you want in terms of using the APIs and so on. So just wanted to highlight that. The QR code is on the screen what Visruth is sharing. And taking the Gnani versus Cartesia question, right? Very interesting question. So when we talk about Cartesia's text-to-speech primarily works for some of the higher resource languages. What I mean by that is it works for English pretty well. It works for sometimes in Hindi. But the best part about India is that India does not speak in just English. And especially when we talk about very interesting languages like Malayalam, for example, if you try generating some text in 11 Labs or Cartesia, some of the global models, you would see that, hey, the pronunciation does not at all feel like it is actually speaking an Indian language. And even the same case with Google, right? I'm not sure how many of you have used Google Maps in a different language, but the way it pronounces street names or the names of people, that is completely different than how it is supposed to be pronounced. So our biggest accuracy comes in for Indian languages, including Hindi. And what I'll also do is put a small benchmarking across, let's say, 11 Labs, Google, Microsoft on chat, which you can go through in detail with respect to all the accuracy numbers and whatnot at a language level.
Yeah, I hope that answers your question. Brilliant indeed.
Yeah.
Right.
So, Arun, let me
Yeah,
come with. Yeah. So
please, please.
Akshara Pal is asking a question. So Akshara, can you just unmute yourself because your question is so much long. Just asking about Visruth, like he apart from Gnani, he is been working on Asras. So can you just unmute yourself? It would be better for you to get answer.
Yeah, I saw that question. Maybe Ashraj, you can ping me on LinkedIn, then we can connect separately. This forum is mainly addressing the questions related to our APIs and all. So in the interest of the time, maybe I'll just skip it. You can ping me on LinkedIn or just email me. I'll respond to you.
Okay. Thanks, Visruth. Karthike, you can unmute yourself and you can ask the question.
Yeah. My question is from Srinidhi sir. I want to ask about he is a speech AI engineer at Gnani AI. Can you share your difficult task making this AI is so perfect about among all the competitors, and like I have integrated the API keys of your AI in my project, and almost everyone in the hackathon, I guess. Integrated it in our projects. Kindly share your advice and all your thoughts about it. I'm curious about it. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, I mean, while building the models, the one thing we have faced was data scarcity. Even even if you train the ASR, it requires more GPUs. Keeping GPU part apart, you need one is data and architectural knowledge. If you want to make the changes in the architecture, if you want to take one encoder layer or add one more layer in the decoder, it comes based on experimenting. And the thing which we faced most was data problem and dialects problem, because if you take in Bangalore Kannada and Chitradurga or Tumkur Kannada is very different what the people speak in Bangalore, because language changes for every 4 districts. I mean, if you take 4 districts also, Bangalore Kannada and Mysore Kannada is very different. They'll speak perfect Kannada, and Mangalore Kannada is very different. As collecting this data and making ASR work for each and every language is same. 3 people, one from Mysore, Bangalore, and Mangalore, speaks the same, but ASR won't give you the same output. But making the ASR to give the same output was our difficult task because they speak the same. This we handled in architecture layer.
Okay.
Okay, so can I ask?
Yeah, Karthike, you can.
Sir, one more thing. Can you advise us for integrating the APIs and the working flow of Gnani AI so it can work like we can say perfectly in our project also?
Current doc supports everything which you need, which you want to need for integrating for the project. You can go through docs. If you have any doubts on integration, you can put that in Discord. We will help you. As soon as you see in the messages, we will ping you.
So again, just highlighting the QR code which Visruth is sharing is the link for our Discord channel. If you're facing any difficulties with API integrations or have any technical questions about something not working or how something should work, you can post it on Discord. We have like feedback channels. We also have API and integration issue channels where these should be resolved promptly.
See, also not only the questions, right? If you're building something new with our APIs and models, you can just keep posting what are the problems or challenges that you're solving with our APIs, and then maybe we can have a product showcase. We'll shortlist a few teams and even do a product showcase on Discord.
Yeah, sure. Guys,
Yeah.
we have left 2 minutes. So, like, if any participant have any query, they can just ask because we are going to wrap up the session soon.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
Shahid, please.
Yeah, so currently I was working, like I was integrating, and it is actually giving a response, saying that Gnani API failed using presentation fallback. Gnani Vachna.ai API responded with status 400. So what does this mean, sir? Can you tell me?
Shahir, we can take the individual troubleshooting on Discord in the interest
Okay.
of time and for everyone present. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So please drop the Discord link in the chat, or
So it is currently there on the
You can
screen.
just tag us with that word.
I'll also put it just in case.
If your request, if you got 400, you have uploaded the audio of more than 1 minute. Please check that and hit
no,
that.
no. Actually, the audio is there a problem? The audio is also small. Like a person reports a problem. It's something like related to that. So it's not more than 1 minute actually.
We can speak that in Discord.
Okay.
We'll
Okay.
try to
Okay.
figure it out.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
I've also shared the Discord link on the meeting chat.
Yeah. If anybody has more questions, please put over the chat. One more announcement I have to make. From Janani AI team, we are also offering top 5 participants swags, and credits are also there. So there are lot more benefits if you integrate using Janani's API and anything with your product. And I would also want from Sabha or anybody from team, if you can share a last kind of tips to all builders out here, how they can integrate and how make the use case very effectively. Yeah.
No, I think Visruth and Srinidhi have beautifully covered everything. Thanks everyone for joining, and we are definitely excited to see because especially in today's world, right? Having sovereign AI is something which is very important, and it's important that as developers, as hackers, as we would love to call everyone, right? It's important that we also take this forward, and definitely excited to see what submissions you are going to come up with using our APIs, or even if you're not using the APIs, right? Definitely looking forward to see what you can build for India from India.
Okay, and also adding one point on that, Gnani AI. So we are also started that building AI for India for like we also want like builder from India should build something powerful in AI mode that could impact our whole Indian like population, and like the Gnani way doing from voice to voice and all these things. It is truly helpful. Or the participant also those who are like doing in the technology thing. So it's our also like in a sovereign AI visions. That's why we started that building AI for India hackathon. So yeah, so it's like a time for a wrap up. So thanks Visruth, thanks Gnani 18, thanks Rindy, thanks Sava
Yeah.
for coming
Thank you,
and
everyone.
making like this session wonderful for all the participant, and hope this session would be helpful for all the participants. So if anything last to add from Visruth, like he is being a speaker of the session, so it would be help. Also any tips from his side from like last words.
Yeah, I think the enthusiasm was great in the session. Any questions regarding the APIs, you keep pinging us, bothering us on Discord. We'll be there to respond. Just don't target small or simple use cases with these APIs, right? So everyone knows that they do this transcription job and the speech generation, but these are very simple tasks. But what you can build with these APIs is humongous, right? So come up with interesting use cases, maybe some of the problems that you face in your day-to-day lives. I think one problem I faced is keeping up with the market, right? What's happening in ASR and TTS space. So that's why I just built this podcast. In the same way, you might be having something, or you want to evaluate all the models. You create an agent, you pick our API, you pick our competitors API, you benchmark it, and make it available to everyone participating in this hackathon, right? That shows us where we are and where others are, and how you can leverage something built in India for India. So yeah, that's it from my side. I think looking forward for all of your interesting submissions and interesting questions on Discord.
Okay. Thank you, Visruth. Thank you,
Thanks
Gnani and
everyone.
team, and
Yeah.
thanks, Shubha. Thanks for this wonderful session for all our participants. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Kapil.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So,
should we
guys,
move forward with
huh.
yeah.
So, guys, we have something announcement today. So, Aryan, just you can share the like participants. So, and you can just announce the name of these participants.
Yeah. So Aryan Chauhan, Kartikeya Sharma, Mayur Shinde, Nancy, and Tanya Garg. Yeah, these are the
Okay.
folks. You shout out to you guys. Thank
Yeah,
you
huge
for
shout out to these
yeah.
guys, like sharing, like, look, I guys like getting one thing from these participant daily basis sharing. I also want some new another guy's name on this particularly pictures, because building all these things because of you guys, and we want the things from everyone. Okay, and today we shared about MVP and the like tech ecosystem. So, like, Aryan, if you want to add on
Yeah.
this.
So we have shared the project progress check-in. Okay. So I have shared the also how to submit the guide as well. So everything consisting with that, like I have make sure like you will be very easy to submit. And if you're facing any sort of issues while submitting it, like kind of pitch deck or anything, just ping us over the group so that we can help you better and you submit your progress. So yeah, this is day 4 wrapping and we
And
love the progress you
also,
are making it.
also, Aryan, adding one point here, like I loving the enthusiasm that these guys are showing. We seeing like daily basis a lot of LinkedIn posts are coming, tagging me, Aryan, and all the like sessions speakers and also their particularly product. So also, like, you guys, this whole ecosystem we are building because we want you guys to build something that could helpful for all whole India and also in a personal level for you. Okay, so at the last, I just want to say, keep tagging us in your LinkedIn about the session, and also we shared MVP and tech things. So, like, the last submission would be like 11:59 p.m. If we think that if we have to extend that particularly that submission form, we would think about that and will share in the particularly community. So, thank you guys. Thanks a lot, and take care. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you guys. Have a nice day. Bye.
Bye.
See you
Have a
tomorrow.
nice day, all.